Welcome everybody. My name is Barbie Griffin. I'm a registered nurse of 28 years. I'm the aesthetic nurse injector, and I'm the owner of Lux Aesthetic Medical Services and Spas in the heart of historic downtown Van Alstyne and downtown McKinney. And I want to welcome everybody. We're excited to have you. This is a great opportunity to learn a lot about the RHA collection of fillers and what we can do with these and what opportunities you have in front of you for correction and enhancement. Be sure to stay to the end of the program because we're going to have a live Q&A, and with purchase we're going to have giveaways. We're going to give away a set of under eyes with RHA 2 for deep set under eyes. The results are phenomenal. We're going to give away a set of lips with RHA 3, and we're going to give away a set of cheeks. That's a really big deal. So you definitely don't want to miss this opportunity. And the special, you buy two and you get one free. That's an $800 savings. So you don't want to miss this. Stay to the very end and let's get started and learn a few things. RHA Collection is a collection of designer fillers that are award-winning, used to treat wrinkles and folds. The results are beautiful. They come in several different strengths: RHA 2, RHA 3, and RHA 4. RHA 2, I love it. I use it a lot under the eyes. You know, you get up in the morning and you're like, I don't feel tired, but I look tired. And you think, maybe I need under eye surgery. I need to get these under eye bags fixed. You don't necessarily have more tissue. You've got volume loss under your eye. And so that's why when you touch the tissue, it feels like skin on bone. We can correct that for you. One syringe of RHA, which is 1.0 milliliters. We do half under one eye, half on the other, and it lifts that tissue off the bone, giving you a beautiful, nice, even plateau, and you look refreshed. RHA 3, that's the go-to filler. That's kind of the workhorse of the collection. It could be used anywhere, but I prefer to use it in the lips. It's got a nice strength to it. It's got some plumpness to it. So when we want to have a natural look with someone, most of the time when we get older, people will lose their filtrums. That area that's above your lip that goes from your nares down to your cupid's bow. We actually put a nice little bit of filler in there, smooth that out, give you your lines back, give you that little pocket there. I call it the pocket of youth. But it gives you a nice lift. And then we go back to your vermilion border, which is the edge of your lip. Which as we age flattens out and the lips start to curve in. You feel like you've lost the lips that you used to have. Some people feel like they never had lips and they'd like something, you know, especially as they get older. You have no lips, and then as you get older, you have less than no lips. So RHA 3 is a perfect texture and density for the lips. After we do the vermilion border, we go in and we put just a little bit in each pocket around the lip. We smooth out any unevenness. If you're asymmetrical, which most people are, you're still going to be a little asymmetrical, but you're going to be a little more symmetrical because we have the ability to use these fillers to correct things. Correction is the number one thing that we do at Lux. The RHA collection is a collection of dynamic, FDA-approved hyaluronic acid fillers that are award-winning, used to treat wrinkles and folds. Gone are the days where your fillers are obvious. This gives you a natural look. Our clients love the results. You see the difference in as soon as 2 days, and even with cheeks, 30 days, that's your magic day. That's your money day. That's when you look in the mirror and you go, wow, my face is lifted. I look refreshed. With all the fillers on the market in all these years, why did I decide to bring RHA to Lux? The answer is really easy. Lux is an 8-time award-winning med spa. We are known for our white glove treatment, for being the safest place to go, for getting great education here and understanding what your treatment plan is and being happy with the results. We had to set the bar. We want to be the best in our entire area. So RHA was a perfect marriage. This award-winning hyaluronic acid that is FDA approved to treat wrinkles and folds with a dynamic dermal filler was the answer. I use it myself. I tell you, there's not another filler that I'll ever recommend to my clients. The results are phenomenal, and the satisfaction through the roof. So how do you know if you're a good candidate for RHA? Well, both genders are doing great with it. Clinical research and studies show minimal rejection, minimal problems with it. Hyaluronic acid is made out of glucose. That's already in our bodies. The areas that are best served for this are areas of volume deficit. Under eyes, cheeks, nasolabial folds, the deep marionette lines, the area between the jowl and the chin, even the frown lines. If you've been making frown lines a long time, especially men, and they've got that deep line, we can gently go right under the surface of the skin and lift that and safely and beautifully give you a great result. So if you have volume loss and you're a man or a woman, you're a great candidate for this. So when can you expect to see optimal results or maximum results? Well, it depends on the person, it depends on the area of deficit treated, and it depends on which product we use, whether it's RHA 2, 3, or 4. Now I can tell you that with under eyes, usually you're going to start seeing, with RHA 2, you're going to start seeing softness and lift within a couple of days, but they're going to look their very best at 30 days to 6 weeks. You're going to be happy the whole time. They just get prettier every day. With cheeks, your best results are in 30 days. You're not going to see a lot of improvement immediately, but you are going to see it in about 30 days. It's important that you use the correct amount to provide the correction for that deficit. Lips, you see the results in the chair. You start seeing how great they look before you even leave the clinic. So lips start to soften really in about 7 days, and in 30 days, they're really nice and soft. They are your own. You own them. They're yours. So today we're going to use RHA 4, which is a higher G' filler, and we're going to connect what I call the chin and jowl bridge on the jawline. Because as we age, our chin gets a little heavier, we lose volume, so that can go down, and our jowl, because of our cheek volume loss over the years, can go down, and it causes a deficit in the lower marionette. So because we're doing this, we're going to actually help support that marionette to where you're not just necessarily feeling this, but you're connecting the chin and the jowl, and it leaves a beautiful finish. So here we go. She's already been numbed, and so do you feel anything, Cindy? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch the area that I want to treat. I'm going to go into the tissue, quick little stick, staying very superficial, drawing back. There's no, with the aspiration, there's no blood return, so I can move forward. You know, we were awarded Best of Texoma Top 3 for our medical cosmetic procedures at Lux several years in a row. We are an 8-time award winner, and we're known for aesthetic injectable work. So I'd encourage everybody to go take a look at our Google reviews, our Facebook reviews, our Yelp reviews. So we finished the procedure. She's had both sides done bilaterally with 1 milliliter of RHA4, and look at the amazing results. We've had a chance to massage it, have her turn her head a little bit. Look at that beautiful connection. So today we are going to be treating Nicole, our Lux esthetician in Van Alstyne, for her nasolabial folds and correction of that. They're a little deeper. This happens as we pre-age and maybe after children or whatever, volume loss. And so she is a beautiful girl, and what we've done is we've put the high dose lidocaine product on her nasolabial folds, and she's just numbed. So we've removed this. There's going to be a slight little stick. 1, 2, 3. She didn't even move. I'm going to go right underneath the skin. There we go. Slow. So we're going to go ahead and do this one. I go right underneath the nary. She's not even moving. Do a little bit of a bolus right here just to lift that area. Beautiful. It's already done some lifting. We're going to go down here like we did a minute ago. So go right under the skin. So we're about 10 minutes after Nicole's bilateral nasolabial fold correction using RHA3. And as you can see, the beautiful expansion. She's actually got beautiful lift on both sides. This side, the great thing is that we can do this during the office hours, during work, and you can go straight back to work because we have a foundation product that's meant for RHA post-injection that is antimicrobial, and so it is safe for wherever we put it, and we can just blend it on site. So now for the information that everybody's been waiting for. But first, I want to thank everyone for attending our live event. We're really excited. Stay tuned for the live Q&A because that's when we're doing our giveaways. We're actually going to be giving away, after purchase, 1 RHA3 for lips, 1 RHA2 for under eyes, and a treatment with RHA4 for cheeks. So don't go away. But for now, be prepared. We've got buy 2, get 1 free of your purchase with any of the RHA syringes. And that is an $800 savings. $800. So you're saving 1/3 of what it would cost to get this treatment. So check your text after the event. Make sure you reply yes. And we're going to contact you to talk to you about booking and take care of your purchase.
We will be on in just a minute. Thank you. 1 more minute. So sorry.
Hi, everybody. So can everybody hear me? Maybe send me a little heart or something on the questions to let me know that you're here. Oh, look at that. People are sending some heart faces. I love it. I love it. Good evening, everybody. Well, that was my debut, and I've never done anything like that, so I appreciate you putting up with a lot of the pauses and little faux pas that I made. It's my first time to do a virtual event, so I appreciate that. So we've got some questions, and we're going to start with Kathy. She wasn't able to see the event. We will be replaying this event on social media for those that were unable to either get on or there's a problem. So everyone that has registered will have an opportunity to see the event and take advantage of the savings. So if your friends weren't able to do that, we got them covered. Lori asked, does the product plump the lips up? Absolutely. Look at these babies. Now, I did have fuller lips when I was younger, but I lost them as I got older because, in your 30s, you quit making collagen, and in your early 30s, and then it only takes about 10 years before you notice that your lips are going down. By 15 years, they're, you're very dissatisfied. You're starting to get what people call smoker lines or straw lines, and it's not from smoking, and it's not from straws, it's from volume loss. So the only way to fix that, that lines around the lips, is to put the volume back in the lips so you can reinflate those so the area around the lips is not folded. It's a little bit of kind of an erosion. So the sooner you do that, the prettier it looks. The younger, if you've ever seen someone that maybe got their treatments done later in life, in their 60s and 70s, they still look great, but if they had done it earlier, they wouldn't have developed the wrinkles that we try to get rid of with our facial treatments. And so by the growing the new skin. So we utilize that along with the RHA fillers to give them a beautiful look on the inside and on the outside. And it does last. In the lips, it's about 12 months. In the cheeks and under eyes, it's somewhere around 15. Sometimes with people, it's more. It depends on your metabolism, how much product you use. If I recommend that you put 3 syringes, split 1.5, 1.5 mLs in each cheek, and someone elects to just split 1 and do 0.5 and 0.5, you're not going to have the same results because the amount that you use dictates the volume. My lips right now, this is not what you get from 1 syringe. This is what you would get from 2 syringes, and keeping them up with a little bit every 6 months just to keep them looking the same. So you don't go from what I tell clients, from flat to fluffy, flat to fluffy, flat to fluffy. You just keep looking the same all the time with minimal maintenance, and you put smaller doses in, and it just looks great. And you get to feel great, look great. So that is how it lasts, and that's how it works on the lips and on the cheeks. The cheeks are very heavy. This is a large portion of your face, and you've got 2 sides of it bilaterally. So it's very important that you are able to replace that volume loss in your cheeks, because your cheeks is what we call mid-face. That is where the majority of your volume loss happens, and it happens first. And people don't recognize that. They just notice that their nasolabial folds are getting deeper, their marionettes are getting deeper. They feel like their tear troughs are getting deeper, and they're getting a line here, and they're getting quite a bit of overlapping here, and they just feel like their face is falling. It's just the easiest way to say it. It is because of volume loss in the cheeks. You have to correct that first. I will tell people, yes, we can do the nasolabial folds, but I pretty much, unless they got rockin' cheeks, ethnicity, like women and men of Indian heritage, they tend to have amazing high cheekbones. So they don't tend to have the volume loss of their cheeks, or it's not as noticeable. So those people, we may quickly go straight into the nasolabial folds and fill them in. But for your average person who doesn't have very strong cheekbones, like myself, it's preferred that we go ahead and put the cheeks back in, lift the face. It'll pull it off the jaw a little bit. It'll lift the jowl, and then it'll pull some of the pressure off of here, which indirectly pulls the pressure off of the lower face. Can I lay down for these treatments? Andrea asked. You can. We do encourage that when you get cheek correction, that you don't lay on your cheek. What I tell people is those little neck rolls that you get to go on the airplane when you're traveling so you can sleep. You know, when you wear those to bed, there's no way for you to kind of lay on your cheek because that neck roll kind of lays right here. And it's perfect. If you're a side sleeper and you fall asleep on your side or you know that you're going to roll, go ahead and get one of those things. It's amazing. And then when you put a pillow between your knees, it's really hard to go completely sideways when you've got a pillow on your knees and a neck roll. And the longer you take to do that before you start laying on your face, the better it's going to look. But if you lie on your face and you wake up in the morning and you're 3 or 4 weeks in and you go, oh, this cheek's, we have a exercise that we can do to actually put that filler back because it's movable. The RHA fillers are malleable, meaning that they can be manipulated. And that's why I have all of our clients come back 2 weeks later. Very rarely, and if you've ever had filler before, very rarely will a plastic surgeon say, I need to see you back in my office for a free visit in 2 weeks. No. All of our clients come back for a free visit 2 weeks later because I need to lay eyes on you. I need to massage that area and make sure that there's no lumps, no bumps, that if you did lay on your cheek, that I can, use my skilled hands and go ahead and put the filler back where it belongs. And then a lot of times people will say, I thought my lips were going to be a little bit bigger because they have this idea that one syringe is going to do what 3 syringes do. One syringe cannot do what 3 syringes do. The most common thing that I get from people, and it's mostly women, is my husband said he doesn't want me looking like this. He's scared of what it's going to look like. And my answer to every woman is, bring your spouse with you because they're going off of information that they're seeing on the internet on some of these crazy sites that's showing bad work. I even saw someone on Facebook put a picture of a older woman that was all manipulated in kind of a stick to people that do aesthetics. And, it's not real, but it is placing a bad stigma on correction. This is correction. If you have a cavity, you go to the dentist, you get it corrected. If you have a cut, you go to the doctor and you get it sewn up. Well, if you've lost volume in your face, this is a medical condition. And yes, it does happen to all of us over time, and sometimes it happens to others sooner than later. People that smoke, people that have lost a lot of weight, people that have been sun babies, their whole life. Maybe they haven't been sun 20 years, but again, it's everything that we did in our younger days. So those people do exceptionally well, and they have every right to go and correct the things that they didn't realize that they were contributing to along with the natural process of aging. Some of this is brought on by ourselves in our younger years, and it's only right that we have the opportunity to correct it and look the best and feel the best we can look. Does this filler pour more natural than other fillers? This filler is so silky. I actually have to shoot it very slowly because it's important that I get it just right. Let me explain something I love to explain about fillers. When you look at an RHA, if I were to squirt that RHA out on a black cloth, it would look like gel. And inside the gel, I compare it to the Milky Way. The gel is like the gas of the Milky Way that the stars float in. And the hyaluronic acid would be your stars. Well, after we inject it, the gases of the Milky Way, or the gel that is the carrier of the hyaluronic acid, that makes sure that it's evenly distributed and it's all scattered perfectly, that dissolves over a period of 2 to 4 weeks. And all that's left is the hyaluronic acid beads. Well, they act like SpongeBob when he gets dipped in water. It actually acts like a little sponge, and that tiny, tiny little minuscule grain bursts, and it does like a little sunburst or expands. And that's why you see a beautiful, soft, gradual expansion over about a 30-day period. And it looks amazing. So if you get your lips done, when you leave, they're very, very firm. But 2 weeks later, they're softer. And by 30 days, they're just as soft as they were before you got them done, although you've got more support. And the edge of your lip, the vermilion border, which is this part of your lip, and your filtrums are going to be much more smooth. And they're going to be much more smooth, and they're going to be more structured, because you want your lips to have projection. You don't want your lips to fold in, because when they fold in, you get this thing like this that I call buckling. And that's not something you had when you were younger. I don't address that. Once we put the volume back in your lips and you've got projection, this area underneath, and if you look in the mirror now, you may see if you don't have fillers in your lips, it just pops right back underneath where it's supposed to be, because your lips look like they did 20 years ago. You've got the right amount in. We never overfill. We never overcorrect. RHA is such a beautiful, smooth product that all we've got to do is put the correct amount in and just wait. But lips look great in the chair. 7 days later, you're falling head over heels in love with them. Cheeks look amazing in about 30 days, but they look great 2 weeks later. And under eyes, I'm telling you, 2 days later, we've got the pictures to prove it. The smoothing starts, and you are thrilled. No under eye surgery required. Let's see. How long does the product last? I did touch on this. It lasts about 12 months in the lips. So that's why all of our clients with lip clients come back about 6 months later, and we pre-schedule you. So that way you don't get busy in life and forget, and then you're a year later and you're like, oh, it's all gone. Any filler looks better, any RHA filler looks better stacked. It looks better when you add it. Like, you like the way you look now, but in 6 months when you get a touch-up, you're going to like it even more. It's not that it's bigger, it's that your tissues had a chance to integrate with it. This is a dynamic filler. It's meant for folds in the skin, dynamic, so when you move and you smile and you do all that stuff, you don't see where the filler bunches up on top of the skin. And I have used other fillers, brand name fillers, that use a lot of money on the internet and on television on their commercials. That's how I built my business, with a filler before RHA came along. And I can tell you that when I would smile, I'd get a little shelf wherever that filler stopped. And there's still a little bit of older filler there. Do you see that difference right there? This is not RHA, okay? But do you see my cheeks? I did my cheeks last night. Look at the front of my cheek. I'm smiling. There's no separation. This is only 24 hours old. They're a little firm, but look, there's no bruising or anything. And I've got very little makeup on. It's the light that's above me that's kind of making my lashes shadow black under my eyes. But yes, so that's the great thing. Cheeks last about 15, maybe 18 months. But most clients come in every 6 months and they just say, Barbie, what do I need? And I say, well, you need a little bit here and a little bit there just to keep the look up. And that's what we do. And it makes it more affordable because you're breaking it up. You're not going and, like I said, going from flat to fluffy, flat to fluffy. You're just keeping that beautiful look. So if I need a lip touch up, can you use RHA? Oh my gosh, RHA looks beautiful over other fillers, because the other fillers, by the time you're getting a lip touch up, obviously you need it. It's time. You've metabolized it, and some of it's gone. That's the great thing about RHA filler. It is reversible. I haven't needed to reverse it once. I do sometimes use hyaluronic acid if I get because it's nice and thin, and if I get a little heavy on one side, and I'm so OCD. If somebody is not symmetrical, and I'm trying to make them symmetrical, and I know that's something that only God can do, but I'll tell you, I do try. And a lot of times I'll use a little hyaluronic acid to maybe dissolve filler that was done there before, and then give it a few days, and then go in with the RHA just to get that beautiful, perfect look, because I just love perfection. I know that it's not possible all the time, but I love striving for it. If I've already had filler on my lips, is it okay to use this product? Absolutely. I think I just answered that question. Thank you, Sherry. That's a great question. We have pretty much converted 100% over to RHA on everything. And they're fixing to be coming out with RHA 1 and RHA 5. I cannot wait to see the abilities of what I can do with that. I even use RHA in like the folds of the neck that are just from aging neck. I can go in with drops of RHA on a neck and actually give someone that maybe is slender and maybe has a lot of what they feel like is wrinkles and folds in their neck, and I can actually enhance that, and they look 10 years younger in a matter of just a couple of weeks. So yeah, when you talk about the cheeks, you're referring to the cheekbones. I do put it in the cheek, but RHA looks beautiful in the soft tissue. We do go down to the bone, especially on the apples of the cheek, because that's a very heavy area. But we call it in the business, we call it a Hershey's kiss. You know how a Hershey's kiss is shaped? where you put most of it on the bone and then and you continue to inject as you come out. I put a little bit on the bone and I continue to inject the same amount from the cheekbone all the way towards the surface of the skin. And I also go in through the tissue laterally. Just a perfect example. Yesterday, my tear troughs were starting to get really, really deep, and I noticed that I had a separation from my cheek to this area of my face, and it was going down my face, and this was being prominently, because, I did lose quite a bit of weight. Lux has a weight loss program, and I noticed that my cheeks were looking a lot more saggy. So yesterday I went in and I laterally went from this point right here. You can't see the spot, but I went straight up laterally under the skin, only about a centimeter under the skin. And then I went from here over. And that little L here and L here gave me just the perfect amount to give me the expansion and look natural without overdone. We do not overdo. Okay. When you talk about the cheeks, you're referring to the cheekbone, yes. What helps the sunken area I have between my cheekbones and my jawline? This area right here. This is an area that is really mostly a problem to someone that's very slender. So, myself, I would just eat more chocolates. My favorite thing to do ever. But more slender people, and as we age and we lose the volume loss and the muscle in our faces, because that's just what happens naturally, we can use filler and take the cheek down a little bit, and instead of there being this stark hollowness right here, we'll actually take the filler and we'll go down a little bit more. On your average person, we'll do it a little higher to kind of lift the face, but on someone that has that hollowness that makes them feel like they look a little too gaunt, we'll actually go under the lower part of the zygomatic arch and we'll actually feel right through here. Filler can be put anywhere. I've got a client that is very slender. She's been slender her whole life, and as she's aged, she's only like in her 40s. She's got a child that's like in high school, but she's got the lines that are just really strong right here, and she's got a great little figure, beautiful woman, but that bothers her a lot, and she's not ready to go to get a facelift. So we just go in and we do like little ant bite teardrop filler treatments all through those wrinkles, and we blend it in and we massage it. And I'm telling you, 30 days later, she's loving the look. She's loving the look. She's been with us about 4 years. She trusts me, and we can do almost anything with fillers when it comes to volume replacement and smoothing out wrinkles. And it looks like most of the questions have been answered. Has anybody got any more? My questions were before I got started with fillers. I've been a registered nurse 28 years, and I'm proud to say that I got into the aesthetics market about 5 years ago. And the one thing, I've been botched with Botox, and I had been botched with permanent makeup, and I've been botched with under eye filler. So my goal was to do for women and men to take care of them in a way, because they don't, they're not professional nurse injectors. They have to trust their injector, and I just wanted people to quit getting injured or hurt or dissatisfied. And so my goal was to become an expert and be the best that I can be. And I think that Lux, being an 8-time award-winning med spa in Texoma, has proven that. And every year our clients vote us as one of the best places to go for all the services that we offer, especially cosmetic injectables. So I'm very proud of that. And we're just upping our game every year, bringing in more services, bringing in more areas of treatment that we can treat with RHA fillers. We can even do earlobes. If your ear lobe is the hole's too big because of an injury or pulling your ears or getting them done really young, we could actually put filler in the earlobe and give you a nice little bitty piercing spot so you can wear earrings again. So there's not a lot of things I can't do with this stuff when it comes to aesthetics. If you haven't had a chance to try it, I encourage you to go online, fill out the information. We'll be calling everyone that's visited or texting and asking if you're interested. The special is, and we're going to be doing a giveaway, the special is, but you have to purchase, okay? It is buy 2 fillers, you get 1 free. So you're getting 3 fillers for the price of 2. They are routinely and regularly retail at $800 a piece. Some places sell them more. We try to make sure they're as affordable as possible. This is not your yesterday's filler. This is the best technology on the U.S. market in fillers. there's just not another filler that can compare to it. And so that's why, I mean, you know, in order to get the best, I mean, unfortunately, it's not on clearance, but we are offering a great deal now. So a lot of people, you can bank it, go ahead and buy your 3 fillers, or you buy your 2 and you get your 1 for free. And we put the information in your medical record. And then when you come in, you may want to do your lips 1 month. And then 3 or 4 months later, you may want to, you know, use the other 2 for cheeks. There's no limit. And we're not saying which ones you have to buy. Any RHA filler, you go ahead and buy your 3. And then when you're ready for your treatments, we'll decide which one is best for used for what you're wanting. Okay? And the nurse consultations are always free. If you want to come in just privately for that and just get 30 minutes, it's no cost to you, or you can go ahead and book a filler appointment, and we will still do that consultation before we get started, so you get all your questions answered. Okay? And then we'll do some pictures, we'll look at them together, I'll show you where the deficits are, because it's really hard to see, you know, our eyes in the front of our head. We don't have the eyes like a horse. So when you're looking from the side, you know, you pretty much have to take a picture with your own camera, because we can't see the side of our own face. But I can take pictures of you under the proper lighting that really shows you what deficits you have and where they are, and when we correct them, what you can expect to look like, what you can expect those cheeks to look like when they're expanded, what you expect that jawline, how that jawline's going to respond, and what you're going to expect with your nose. Okay? Let me see if there's anybody else. Sculptra filler. We do not do Sculptra, in my opinion. And I have worked with Sculptra with other physicians in the beginning of my career. Sculptra is very slow going. It is supposed to help build collagen. Let me tell you, every needle stick that you get builds collagen. When you cut yourself, you grow new skin, right? That cut closes. Yeah, you maybe use a couple strips, but you grow new skin. Our acid peels, our chemical peels, you grow new skin. With every needle stick, there's elegant injury, controlled injury, and you're going to grow new skin. So if I'm doing 5 sticks or 10 sticks, you're going to, in those 5 or 10 areas, you're going to have new skin development. So some of that expansion, a little bit's you. Most of it is the RHA. But the great thing is that you get to keep a little bit that's you. So get excited about when you get your injectables, because you're doing something good for yourself. It's like microneedling. Microneedling helps tighten and tone the skin. It uses radio frequency as well as the needles. This is the same thing without the radio frequency. No, you're not getting 64 needles in a cartridge when we do that. You're only getting a few sticks, but it still contributes. So take that into consideration. Sculptra just takes way too long to work. It doesn't give the immediate results. And I've seen people spend thousands and thousands of dollars, and I really didn't notice a difference. And I just can't, in all consciousness, recommend a product that someone is, I know, is going to be dissatisfied with 30 days later, because it takes like 6 months to even see a difference. And guess what? That 6 months, you got 6 months older. You just lost six more months of volume. So what's the point? That's my position on it. I have Sculptra filler. Can I have RHA on top of it? Absolutely. Sculptra is meant to rebuild collagen. It is not a dermal filler in the sense of hyaluronic acid in the same. It doesn't work the same way. It's almost like your PDO threads. Those threads cause collagen development because you're putting some kind of foreign stuff that's in the body. The body's going to build collagen, but it also enhances the collagen development wherever that thread is. But it's only where the thread is. It's not everywhere. With the fillers, I get to do direct sticks, and everywhere I put that stick is where you get to have new collagen development. So you can absolutely put RHA over almost any filler. I have not had one problem putting it over any of the brand name fillers that are on the U.S. market. I've had some Sculptra inject already. Can I still have the RHA filler? Yes. Okay. She wanted to make sure I answered that question. She said it to me twice. Okay, do you get your answer? Girl, come. You need to buy you some filler. You need to buy you some filler. So they're saying that we can wrap up, and I'm supposed to remind you about the promotion and all of that. Okay, so the promotion is you buy 2 fillers and you get 1 free. Normally, those fillers are $800 a piece, and you would spend $2,400. Like I said, you can bank it. But today, if you buy 2 fillers, you get the 3rd one free. So instead of $2,400, you're spending $1,600. 3 fillers can go a long way. And I'm going to tell you this thing that's interesting. It's a rule of thumb. It's the formula for nurse injectables, for nurse injectors. The number of decades old you are, without sun damage or heavy smoking or extreme weight loss through a bariatric surgery, just your average person that's aging gracefully, the number of decades old you are is about the number of fillers that you need for a correction, full correction, or what we call a liquid face swap. So if you're in your 50s, it would probably be about 5. If you're in your 60s, it'd be 6. But if you've had a lot of sun damage, sun cooks the skin, cooks skin wrinkles. If you've had the bariatric surgery where you've lost a lot of weight, you've lost a lot of volume, that is different. You may need, instead of 5 syringes, you may need 6, you may need 7. But it doesn't mean it all has to happen at the same time. We can do it a little bit at a time. So that's what I would say. Start with 3. See what 3 will do. Trust us. If you want to buy the 3 and just put 1 in and see what it does, because you're what we call virgins of fillers, start with the 1. Then all of a sudden you're going to realize that we're honest and it's safe and you're thrilled with the results and you trust me now, because I take your safety and your satisfaction to deep into my heart. I mean, I take it seriously, because everyone that leaves here feeling amazing ends up sending their best friends, their moms, their sisters, and and that's how we've built Lux. The billboards just remind people that we're here. It is the word of mouth and the reviews and the before and afters that have built our business. And we love being a community resource for Van Alstyne in the Texoma area, Sherman Denison, White Wright Gunner, all the way. We have clients that come from Waxahachie, from Alvarado. I have clients that fly in from Nashville because they only want me to do their injectables. And so I can tell you that your safety, you can't put a price on it. You can see a deal on Groupon and want to take advantage of it because you saw a ridiculous deal. Chances are that's a brand new nurse injector or a PA, and they just started, and they're not going to do that forever, but they're going to do it while they're learning, and they're learning on you. And it is a lot more expensive to come to me and spend about $500 to $1,000 for me to dissolve it. It's just better to just do the right thing. This is your face. This is your body. Take care of it and go to an expert injector with a strong track record that will shoot straight with you, direct with you, no holds barred. It's not about sales, it's about education, and it's about understanding. We make sure that you understand 100% how fillers work and what you should use and why. And if we need to take baby steps with you because you're nervous or scared, we will do that. We will hold your hand, because it's about your satisfaction. And it's about the satisfaction of your spouse and your partner, because they want the best for you too. And they want to know that and trust that you've made the right decision and you're going somewhere that's going to take great care of you. And when they learn that RHA is the most dynamic filler on the market, is the most natural, it's long HA chain, which is the kind of hyaluronic acid chain that's in our body, so our body doesn't try to reject it. You're going to love it. That's why it looks so natural. That's why it's well accepted and it integrates well with your tissue. And there's not a separateness from your tissue and then the filler on top. It's like this. It's not like this. So I'll tell you, just try 1 syringe. Go ahead and buy 3. And if you want to share one with a best friend or a mom, that's fine. It's more important. We're about relationships and trust and results. And that's where we go. And that's what we want you to know us for. Our clients that are with us stay with us for a very long time. They don't leave. And it's because they know that they're in good hands. And the RHA filler was where we raised the bar. And I cannot see us ever offering anything other than the best filler in the world and now in the U.S. market. So thank you all for coming. As you purchase and we contact you over the next 24 hours to send you an invoice, as soon as you purchase, your name will go in the drawing for the events. And then we will have a live taping on social media, on Facebook, and we'll filter it over to Instagram, and we'll let everybody see who the winners are. If the winners if you do not want to be announced publicly, please just send us a message saying that if you won, you do not want us to call your name out, because we do take HIPAA very seriously. And if you don't want people to know that you're going to have any fillers, that's fine with us. We don't kiss and tell. We will keep your secret. So thank you everyone for coming. I surely appreciate it. You rock. I need to start a blog. Marielle, that's so sweet of you. I hope you like your lips. We just did We just did a beautiful job on her. Well, at the same time she was getting her eyeliner tattooed, we got her lips done at the same time. It was a teamwork, me and Christy. So, Bernadine Jones, thank you for all this information. I want to ask about the smoker's line above the lip. Schedule a nurse consultation. Come in and let me take a look at you. Uh, it's not about trying to sell you something while you're there. It's only a 30-minute consultation. I do not have time to do the injectables at that time unless you book the injectable treatment. But I'm happy to educate you, take some pictures. Let's look and let's talk about how deep they are and what it's going to take to not just minimize them, but actually get rid of them. We get rid of them. I had 4 terrible ones 3 years ago, and they are not here anymore. I had one here. You cannot even see it. Let me get closer. They're gone. And under my eyes, this is RHA2. This is RHA2. It's the shadow. See, when I pulled that, it's a shadow from my lashes. But my lips are RHA3. My nasolabial folds are RHA3. My marionette lines are RHA3. And then I did connect. I kind of went off my weight loss meds and gained about 10 pounds. But I actually joined my chin in here because this area will get kind of high, and then your chin looks pointed and your jowl looks longer. We do a bridge right here, and I did it. And when you do that, it really nicely pulls that marionette down, and you don't need as much filler through here because now your jaw is nice and smooth, which makes you look so much younger. And I love putting the RHA3 in the filtrums. You remember those little columns you had when you were a kid, and now you look in the mirror and they're just kind of flat? When you put those back in, you get that little pocket right there. And that little pocket makes you so much younger. Okay, so here's the big news. You can't respond to how old you think I am, but I'm going to tell you, in April, we're going to be having a party at Lux because Barbie turns 57. This RHA face is going to be 57 in April. And I want to celebrate. And I've got to tell you, I'm not special. I'm not anybody special. I don't have any special tricks up my sleeve. Anybody can get the look that I have. Anybody. But, I mean, you don't get it overnight. I did start on my looks about 5 years ago, and it was a process. And I'll tell you, I was a train wreck. And that's why I got into this industry. I was a train wreck. And within a year, I looked 5 years younger. Within 2 years, I looked like 15 years younger, and I've just held on to it. And people think I'm 40 all the time. I don't see it. From the neck down, I feel like I look 57. But from the neck up, I'm pretty happy with what I see when I wake up in the morning. And it doesn't, the lashes and the permanent makeup that Lux offers doesn't hurt one bit because I wake up looking like I got it together. So we want to do that, guys, for you. We're happy to talk to you about the RHA fillers and all of our other services. If you're not ready for RHA, that's fine. Get the education, get the knowledge, get the brochures, do your research, keep up with our before and afters, and when you're ready, we're here. RHA will be here. But you're not going to get a special like this. You're not going to get $800 off because the pharmaceutical company is working with us right now to make this possible for me to do. I'm a small business, and I am a woman-owned business, and I do not have the resources to give $800 to everyone. So it's definitely, this is not something you're going to see over and over and over. This is something that you need to do right now and take advantage of it. 3 fillers, even if you just do your lips, that's going to give you 3 lip treatments over 18 months. Why not do that? Or over 2 years, depending on how often you use it. You may only use a half a syringe for all your touch-ups every 6 months. 3 syringes will last you quite a while. And we only open the package when you come to use it. So, and we're constantly ordering new. I can't tell you, we order, $50, $60, $70,000 with this filler at a time because it's flying off the shelves. And our last order is what gave us the opportunity to do this AIG. So I want to say to the owners and makers of RHA, Texan, Revance, Nicholas Scott, our rep, Christy Jacobs, Lynn Soto, and Denise Center, and Ellen and Diane, thank you all so much for making this possible. We couldn't do this. This is a team effort. Nicole, Christy, Amanda, our estheticians and medical assistants, and Janet Dean, our nurse practitioner. Thank all of you from the bottom of your heart. All of our clients, we have over 1,300 clients just out of Van Alstyne alone. And this is a small town of a population in the city of about 5,000. And we have a good percentage of the city are our clients. So I can tell you that You can't do this unless you're doing something right. And our business is doing something right. And the support we get from our community and our clients and the word of mouth and the referrals and the reviews were off the chart. So thank you all so much. Thank you for attending tonight. You're welcome to send me a text. Our 844-589-7233 is on our website. That is calling and texting. You'll get a virtual receptionist, but you can also text that. And Nicole and Christy do pick those up depending on which location you select, whether it be McKinney or Van Alstyne. So thank you. Have a beautiful evening. Happy Thursday. And you only got a few hours. Go ahead and make sure you let us know that you're interested. Okay? And we'll be announcing the winners pretty soon. Bye, everybody.